not long, for I cannot lodge a door that does not force me to live honestly by the privilege and legal court to the board in my straight. So Gordon, said I follow drop your sword.
We lieutenant, good corporal of a loving here.
Pish with the Iceland, old prickly cur of Iceland. We'll be so disagreeous on, oh, viper vile.
You cannot conjure me, I will love you indifferently well.
Hear me what I say. He who strikes the first strike, I'll run him up to the hills, for I am a soldier.
I'll cut back your one day or not, that is the humour of it.
Oh, hound of Crete, thinkst thou my spouse yet? Go to!
My host's pistol. You must come to my master. And you, hostess. He's put to bed and very sick. He's very ill.
Away you go!
Son, shall I make you two friends? What is likewise will give them to? Brotherhood shall combine, and friendship. I shall find him, and him shall find me. Is this not just? For Salah be entered camp. Profit shall be accrued, and I'll give you thy hand.
I shall find out all.
In cash, most justly paid.
Well then, that's the humour of it.
What say you to our quest?
Begins with the king is eh?
Let's condole the night. For lambkins, we live.
It's a long way to Tipperary.
It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary. To the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Lily. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. But my heart's right there. Hooray!
Shall we show? The king will be gone from Southampton.
Come, let's wait. My love, give me silence. Look to my shackles and wounds, so senses will trust in mine. For oaths are straws and men things for everything. Hold fast as the only dog, my love. Let us to France. Touch your soft mouth and march.
Farewell.
And thus, with imagining our Sufi implies, suppose that you have seen the well-appointed king of Hampton Pier embark his fleet and his journey. But, say, you stand above the ravage, and behold, a city within constant pillar expansive. For so majestical appears this fleet, harboring due cause to Hearthrug.
By the right, turn. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close up the wall with our English dead. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But once the blast of war blows into our ears, then imitate the action of a tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage, then lend the eye a terrible aspect.
Now set the teeth and stretch the nostril wide. Hold hard the breath and bend up every spirit.
Did forget you. Be copy now to men and close of blood and teach them how to war.
And you, good yeoman, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the metal of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not, for there is not one of you here so mean and base that you have not real the luster in your eyes.
I see you stand like greyhounds in the slits, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Now follow your spirit and upon this charge. By God, for Harry, England and St. George! Charge!
On and on, to the breach, to the breach.
Holy corpus, not to let not to hate God.
Not stone come, God's battle shop and thine with sword shield. In bloody field, doth win a water flame.
Whatever I did now has to London by now. I think we must wait for fire and safety.
As was I, if my wishes would prevail me that my purpose should not fail me, but thither would I hie.
Up to the breach, you dogs, and follow you colleagues.
Oh, great Duke, make all to make thy great, to make thy manly great!
Captain Bruin, you must come presently to the mines to do the philosophy with that you.
To the mines? Tell me, good Duke, is it so good as to go to the mines? For look you, the mines are not according to the discipline of the war.
The Duke
Duke of Gloucester to whom the order proceeds is directed by a great family.
I see. It is Captain McMorris, is it not? My God, he's an arse.
Here it comes, and Captain Jamie with him.
Captain Jamie is a marvelous, valorous gentleman.
I say, good day, Captain Swallow.
Good end to your worship, good Captain James.
How now, Captain McMorris?
Oh God, it's a bloody mess.
Oh, Captain McMorris, I beseech you now, will you vouchsafe me, look you, a few disputations with you, as partly touching and concerning the disciplines of the war, the Roman wars, in a way of argument and of friendly communication, partly for the satisfaction of my opinion, and partly for the satisfaction of my mind, as touching the disciplines of the military.
It shall be very good. Good faith, good Captain first, and I shall quit you for the leave, as I make the complication shall last.
There's no time to discourse.
Time taken, sir.
Indeed it is, lads, indeed it is. For the governor of the town did concede to the king this very afternoon.
Yeah!
They don't let the British steal, do they? Damn froggy cows!
Yeah!
It were a close run thing though, lads, for the governor was proud and did not wish to yield with the French army only a few days' march from hence. But the king made him see that to wait a second longer would be Harflor's ruin.
What did he say, sir?
Why, he fixed the governor with a steely eye, and in a voice as low as thunder, he told him, like to men proud of destruction, defy us to our worst, for as I am a soldier, a name that in my thoughts becomes me best. But if I begin the battery once again, I shall not leave the half-achieved Harflor, till in her ashes she lie buried.
Yeah!
The gates of mercy shall all be shut up, but the fleshed soldier, rough and hard of heart, in liberty bloodhound shall range, with conscience white as hell, mowing like grass, your fresh fair virgins and your flowering infants.
Sarge?
Therefore, you men of Harflor, take pity of your town and of your people, whiles yet my soldiers are in my command, whiles yet the cool and temperate wind of grace o'erblows the filthy and contagious clouds of heady murder, spoil, and villainy. If not, why, in a moment look to see the blind and bloody soldier with foul hand defile the locks of your shrill shrieking daughters, your fathers taken by the silver beards and their most reverend heads dashed to the walls, your naked infants spitted upon pikes, whilst the mad mothers with their howls confused, as did the wives of Jewry at Herod's bloody hunting slaughtermen. What say you, will you yield and disavoid, or guilty in defence and be thus destroyed?
Said that?
That he did, lad, and the governor's pride and willfulness crumbled just as the walls at Jericho. Now run along with you and get some supper. You've done a good day's work, my boys, but it's not home for Christmas yet.
Captain Brothes! Come ye from the bridge?
I assure you there is a very excellent service committed at the bridge.
It's the Duke of Exeter.
The Duke of Exeter is as mad, but he keeps the bridge most valiantly, with excellent discipline. There is an ancient lieutenant at the bridge. I believe in my good conscience he is as noble a man as Mark Antony, and a man of no estimation in this world, but did seem do us a gallant service.
What do you call him?
He is called Ancient Pistol.
I know him.
Ah, here comes the man.
Captain, I beseech to do thee favours. The Duke of Gloucester doth love thee well.
Aye, and I have merited some love at his hands.
Bard of the soldier, firm and sound of heart, and full foul Duke and fortune's fierce stick away.
Fortune is an excellent moral.
Fortune's Bard's foe frowns upon him. He hath stolen a pact and must be diadem today.
Pistol, I do partly understand your reason.
I then rejoice therefore.
Certainly, man, it is not something to rejoice at. For look you, if he were my brother, I would desire the good Duke to put him to execution, for discipline ought to be exercised.
Time be damned and fig for thee.
Yea, as well.
Why, 'tis an arrogant counterfeit rascal. I remember him now, a boor with a cutpurse.
I assure you, uttered as brave a word as you'll see in a summer's day. But it is very well what he said.
Why, 'tis a gore, a fool, a rogue that now and then goes through the wars through grace himself into London under the form of a soldier.
I'll tell you what, Major Gower, I do perceive that he is not the man that he would gladly make show to the world he is.
Right, you are of a lot, line up, line up.
amongst the rank and file regarding the hang of the knave brought off of this company. The king would have all such offenders so cut off, and he gave express charge that on our marches through the country that there be nothing compelled from the villages, nothing taken but paid for, none of the French upbraided or abused in disdainful language. For when lealty and cruelty play for a kingdom, the gentlest gamester is the soonest winner. Thank you, gentlemen. That is it.
Company dismissed. I didn't like to ask you, sir, not in front of the men, but how stands the king in his mind about the war? Is all well with our army?
Indeed, His Majesty is very satisfied with the progress of the war, but for my part, I would not seek battle now, but be willing to march on to Calais without impeachment or to say the truth. Though 'tis no wisdom to confess so much, our people will sick this much in people. Our numbers lessened, and those few we have almost no better than so many French. When they were in health, I tell thee, I thought upon a pair of Englishmen, whose much free French we may pass, we will. If we be hindered, we shall be stony brown with their red blood stabbed. And so, sir, favour, the sum of all our answers is but this. I would not seek battle as we are now, nor as we are. I say, who will not shun it?
Now, entertain the conjuncture of a time where creeping murmurs and the pouring dark fill the wide vessel of the universe. From camp to camp, through the foul loop of night, the hum of either armies still sounds. Fire answers fire, and through their pale flames, each battle sees the other's armored face. Oh, poor them English, like sacrifices by their watchful fire, sit patiently and inly ruminate the morning's dangers. And oh, their gestures so sad, investing in lank, lean faces and war-worn coats, gazeth upon the moon. So many
Mademoiselle from Arlington, parlez-vous? Mademoiselle from Arlington, parlez-vous? She was good to me, she was good to you, she was good to the whole damn army too. Hinky-dinky, parlez-vous? Voilà, French, discuss unto me, art thou officer or base, common and popular?
Even so, what are you?
As good a gentleman as the emperor.
Then you are better than the king.
The king's a warcock, and a heart of gold. A lad of life, an imp of fame. I love the lovely Billionaire. Kiss his dirty shoe. Oh, what is thy name?
Harry Leroy.
Leroy, a Cornish name, art thou full true?
No, I'm Welsh.
Knowest thou Llewellyn?
Yes.
Art thou French?
And his kingsman.
Time be done, and then beat the thing.
a friend.
Under what captain serves you?
Under what captain? Under Sir Thomas Irving.
A good old commander, most kind gentleman. I pray you, look into your heart's seat.
Even as men wrecked upon the sand that to be washed off the next time.
He hath not told us all to the king.
No, nor it is it meet he should. For though I speak to you, I think the king is but a man, as I am. In reason, no man should possess with him any of fear, lest he, by showing it, should dishearten his army.
He may show what outward courage he will, but I believe, on his cold night his tears, he wished himself in Thames up to the neck. And so I would he were, and die by him, at all adventures, so we will him.
But by my troth, I will speak my conscience of the king. I think he would not wish himself anywhere but where he is.
Then I would he were here alone, so soon he sure to be ransomed, and many poor men are free.
I dare say you love him not so ill, to wish him here, alone. Methinks I cannot have anywhere so contented as in the king's company, his cause being just and his quarrel vulnerable.
That's more than we know.
Aye, and more than we should seek thereafter. For we know enough, if we know we be a king's subjects. If his cause be wrong, our obedience to the king wipes the crime of this out of us.
But if the cause be no good, the king himself will have half a heavy reckoning to make. Another leg and the arms and head be chopped off in battle, and join another day in trial. We die at such a thing. I am afraid that if you die, well, die in battle. And if these men do not die well, there will be a black man who led them to it, who did disobey all proportions of subjection.
But this is not so. The king is not bound to answer the particular endings of his soldiers, for they purpose not their death when they purpose their services. That means every subject's duty is the king's, but every subject's soul is his own.
To certain every man that dies ill,
The ill upon his own head, the king is not to answer it.
I do not determine he should fight for me, yet I determine to fight lustily for him.
I myself heard the king say he would not be so ransomed.
Aye, he said so, to make us fight cheerfully. For when our throats are cut, he may be ransomed, and we ne'er wiser.
If I live to see it, I will never trust his word after.
You'll never trust his word after 'tis a foolish saying.
Your reproof is something too round. I should be angry with you if the time called for it. If.
Be friends, you English fools, be friends. We have French quarter now, if you could tell how to reckon.
If you were the king, would you be here with us? There's nothing they had, they're all fresh. God's on strike with us, 'tis fearful odds.
As it were, Nusrat.
It's for the men. Standing to attention, Sergeant Major.
So, attention!
Right then, I have a message from the king, who is now in front of us at Calais, where I shall be joining him shortly. His message reaches us here. To my men, if we are marked to die, we are renowned. To do our country loss, and if to live. The fewer the men, the greater the share of honor. This day is called the Peace of Christmas. He that outlives this day and comes safe home, we stand tiptoe with him day's name, and rouse the name of Christmas. He that shall live this day and see old age, will yearly on the vigil feast of his neighbours, and say tomorrow, saying Christmas. He will then strip his sleeves and show scars and say, these wounds I had. They. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgotten. He will remember with peace what he did that day, and shall our names familiar in his house as household words, be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispian shall ne'er go by. From this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me, shall be my brother, be he near so vile. This day shall gentle his condition, and gentlemen in England now bed, shall think themselves accursed what they were, and hold their manhood cheap for any that fought with us upon St. Crispin's day.
All is well, but the bloody bastard in here isn't.
Silence in the ranks.
Very well, Sergeant Major. That will be all. Good luck, men.
So, all right, boys, this is it. Do me proud now, and any man who comes back over this trench without French blood on his bayonet will have me to answer to. Now charge, my beauties! Charge! Charge! Here's the number of the source of French.
What prisoners of good soul are taken?
Charles Duke of Orleans, nephew to the king, John Duke of Bourbon, and Lord Bountiful, of all of other lords, barons, knights, and squires, 4,500 besides common men.
This note dog tells of 10,000 French that in the field lie slain, of princes in this number, and nobles bearing banners. There lie dead, 126 added to these, of princes, knights, esquires. 8,400 of which 500 were but yesterday dumb knights. So that in these 10,000 they have lost, there are but 1,600 mercenaries. The rest are princes, barons, lords, knights, and esquires, and gentlemen of blood and foot.
Here, in the fellowship of death, was another of English dead. Edward, Duke of York, the earl of Suffolk, Sir Richard Coke, David Gamp, Esquire, none else of name, and of all other men above 120.
Our brother Alva's here, locked up not to us, but to you alone along with all the glory of his victory. On history, has there ever been so big a difference between the losses on one side and the other? Take God, for it is yours alone.
'Tis wonderful.
Come, let us go to it. Let it be known that the boasting individual will receive the punishment of death for taking the glory from God.
Is it not lawful and please you to talk of how we killed?
Yes, Father, but with acknowledgement God fought for us. We will do the proper prayers for the dead and bury them with respect. And then to carry an end to England, where never a wife in France and will happy men.
Don't want to claim the housewife with me now? News find that my man is dead. I hold do I wax, and from these weary limbs honours cudgelled and well bored I'll turn from something lean of cutlass to quick hand. To England will I steal, and to there I steal, and claim I got the scars in the Gallic war.
Behold the English beach, pales in the flood, with men with wives and boys whose claps and shouts outvoice the deep mud sea. Like a mighty whistler before the king, seems to prepare his way, so let him land, and see him solemnly set to London. Thus far, with rough and all unable pen, our bending author hath pursued his story.
We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here.
My name's Miss Twist. I'm the new vice